Hi everyone and welcome to today's card creation. I'm going to show you how I play with the Fab foils from WOW Embossing Powder with Catherine Pooler stencils. Now Fab foils adhere to anything that is tacky, any glue, so anything that's tacky. So my favorite medium to use is this Crafters Workshop tacky when dry gel medium. It dries clear. I've used it with an array of stencils. I've got a little bit of a collection of stencils in my stash, and I pretty much use it with all the WOW Embossing Powder foils. Off screen I created all these already, but I wanted to show you what the foils look like through the stencils, and I'll show you the technique that I've used. So what I've done is I've actually on white cardstock, I've pretty much used a spatula through this to apply this on white cardstock through the stencils, and you can see the different ranges of stencils and the colors of foils here. I'm going to make one card in today's creation, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in a different effect. So all these have only one tone. I'm going to show you how to achieve a two-tone with these as well, so stay watching. I've loved this purple, isn't it fantastic? It's one of my favorite colors, and the blue hues. I always tend to go for a color when I'm playing with foil, and I absolutely enjoyed this whole process. Now I just brought into screen my bone folder. That's what I'm going to use to burnish the foil on to today's card creation. So I'm going to use teal and I'm going to use copper. Very different color combination. I haven't used this yet, but I really like the effect it achieved at the end. So all I'm doing is I'm actually just pressing the foil all over. Firstly with my hands, only my fingers, purely because it's a softer texture. But if you want a heavy texture on this, definitely use your bone folder. But to start off with, I just wanted to kind of play around with the placement of this teal foil. I used the Catherine Pooler swoop stencil there on the right, and then now I'm going to use the foil. Now I'll explain why I did the actual tacky when gel medium process off screen is because it does take about an hour to dry. In my Australian heat where I am, it does take an hour to dry. It can actually work a lot quicker. In winter I found it definitely worked quicker. It is clear, so you couldn't even see that actual gel medium on there until I applied the foil. It's beautiful. One tip I do recommend is once you play with this medium, have warm soapy water ready, or be near a sink where you can actually place the stencil and tools that you've used straight away into the water. It is it is a sticky, tacky medium. And I love that rustic look that I achieved in this background. Isn't it fantastic? So my spatula was also a little bit scratchy, so that's why it looks a little bit more of a scratchy effect. If I really wanted to burnish them in the actual foil, I could press that in heavier. So for the stamp set of choice today, I couldn't resist. I played with the Peking Pet stamp set. It honestly is the most adorable stamp set. I'm loving this. I don't feel like I have to put a lot of pressure on myself when it comes to coloring these images. I can leave them black and white, and that is the beauty of this stamp set. The only part I color in is the hats, and that also is part of the stamp set. Now I just pressed my Daydream ink on the side there, and I started to color this in with the Dove Blender pen. Now I started placing this together online. I lost half of my footage. I don't know what's going on, but I am trying to figure out. I think it has to do with this new software that I'm playing with and the transferring of files. So all I did was color the hat in. And the actual, like the Polaroid images, I've used the Instant Haze. And I'm just going to layer this down on black cardstock. I cut the Polaroid with a black and a white cardstock, and I just offset it off screen. I do apologize for losing this footage. It is actually quite a quick and simple card anyway. And then I just mounted that on a black matte cardstock and then a white top folding card. It is really simple, this card. I really enjoyed the card making process and playing with these. And for video purposes, I actually used a tape runner. This is from Express It. It's easily accessible here in Australia, so that's why I've used a tape runner in today's card creation. But that's really it. I didn't feel like there was anything more. It makes for a great masculine card, and I just wanted to show you an alternative way to use the fab foils with the Tacky When Dry gel medium and an array of Catherine Puller stencils. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's card creation, and I look forward to reading your comments. See you later.